Moo! Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, welcome to the Pinktron. I'm Craig Martin. I am joined here this afternoon, evening, morning by Steph Etienne. Steph, what are you drinking?
A bit going out of my, well, not comfort zone, but I'm drinking a Strongbow's apple cider golden apple, so a semi-sweet apple cider.
Nice, solid
Nice.
choice.
And that was Nate Holm. Nate, it's been a while. What are you drinking?
Yeah. Um, it's 12 o'clock here, so I'm just on my water. Um, and maybe going to the pub in a little bit to catch up with people. So
Good
that'll
stuff.
be my drink there. But I am also jealous that I do not have a strongbow because that would taste very nice right now.
Yeah, that's nice. So I have another refined fool, and this is riding around in tiny cars with my friends, which is apparently a light lager. So
Nice.
it's 1 in the afternoon, and I already did my Rafa ride for today. So before I go out with family, I can warm up.
It's like a plan.
Okay, so we're uh, we're a little early. Just anticipate schedule problems on Friday. So yeah, we're a couple days from the first time slot for Herd Winter Racing for once. And that is, as Steph mentioned, one of my favorites, Royal Pump Room 8. Gotta say, I love this more for points racing, but yeah, I'm gonna get shelled. But yeah, this is a great course.
I haven't actually rode Yorkshire in a long time. It's scary when you've kind of been off Swift and then you look back on your routes and your records and you're like going, wow, I haven't been in Yorkshire for like 3 years. So I'm a bit
Yeah,
sad that I'm away because I would have loved to get back on that. But there's so many new routes now and so many like new worlds that some of these classics are a bit forgotten.
yeah,
I mean, Yorkshire is a classic. So I mean, like the Yorkshire routes are the classic that the original New York ones are classics. But I think sometimes they get lost in the masses of how many routes we've got now.
yeah. I mean, the Yorkshire and Richmond, like those are, and Innsbruck. They're kind of they're the recreation of the world's course. It's not a really dense world with lots and lots of different terrain and routes like the bigger ones are. So I get riding it less, but I mean those were world's courses for a reason. They're great. They're great race
Oh,
courses. Yeah.
they're fantastic. Man, I did Innsbruck Ring with H the hard winter when that was, and it was great to
Yeah.
be back on that course.
Yeah. So anyway, get out there, have a good time. Yeah, the big guys. Yeah, there's enough elevation change on this one that even if you're punchy, there's a pretty good chance the big guys are going to be able to drop you on all of these climbs. They're short, so if you're really punchy, you can keep up a lot longer. But yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
hard.
especially that middle to late part with Yorkshire, the forward variation, then sprint, reversed, and then that interclimb after reverse and then pop bank wall. That's a hell of a combination.
The walls
Yeah,
part of this route, right?
yeah. So the pot bank walls towards the end. So
Yeah,
you've already done the KOM both ways. Then you hit the wall, and yeah. So I think for the pointy end of the race, I expect that's probably an attack point.
That'll be wave goodbye zones for a lot of people that have done so well, and then
Yep.
their legs will just be like
There's no
tap
more.
out.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, it's a great route. Um, there'll be riders everywhere, so you'll be able to find somebody ahead of or behind you, and yeah, have a good time.
And then even that last little climb before the finish is drop worthy area, because it's not as bad, I don't think, in the forward direction, but that reverse section, you've still got that little steepish climb that will be pushing all the way before the downhill to the finish.
Yeah, so there is a little rise. So that's when you're going in the forward direction, that's the downhill after that long 3% drag. But then
Yeah.
so you go up that, and then you've got that long 3% downhill into the left turn to the finish. So
Yeah.
it's a fast finish if you end up with somebody else.
Oh,
But
for sure.
whoever's not the best sprinter is going to be trying to break you on one of those hills. So it's yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for HWR because I'm doing the Virtual Slow New Year's tour, but it's stage 5 on the 30th for that series as well. So I get to experience it, but with a crowd of more equal to my my ability, because
Yeah.
it's a velo based category. Although I noticed I'm the weakest in my velo band for now, but I was silver, and due to series I dropped to bronze, but just back into bronze. But it's good fun, some good hard long races. Man, haven't these races that were like I did 4 races the past 4 days, all above between 42 and 53 kilometers, so between an hour 10 and an hour 50. So
Yeah. So I'm not doing the virtue slow. I guess yeah, let's wander into that in a couple of minutes. I think
yeah, finish up the
just to
forward.
wrap up the herd racing schedule. We've got HBR on TikTok for the monthly standard setting race, and then we've got one more week of Stampede on the 2 laps of Lock Loop. So, and I haven't really decided on what's next. So, if you have a suggestion, feel free to comment, suggestion or request. Yeah, so that's that. But I guess, yeah, what's everybody doing for riding? So Steph, you're doing Virtue Slow?
Yeah, I think it's partnered. Well, you register via Flamme Rouge, but it's split into two blocks or 2 parts. I just finished yesterday. Finished the first part. It was from last Saturday till yesterday for 4 races. Like I said, between 42 and 53 kilometers. So quite a big of long races. Yeah, first stage was on Bombino Fondo.
Wow, yeah,
Bigger
that's a
loop
lot. Yeah.
was on Sunday. Monday was What's of the Wild, which was a more easy one because it's pretty flattish. And then it's a party yesterday. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So then 2 days off, and
yeah,
then you've got Knights of the Roundabout, London Pretzel, Innsbruck KOM after party, Bologna, and then Royal Pump Room 8 is your finale.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think finished, like I said, the first part, and I did like 6 hours of race time. So on average, an hour and a half. So yeah, and yeah, I was silver going into it. No, I did back to bronze, but yeah, I was always almost at the lowest in terms of philo. In terms of adjusted philo, was always there were a couple of people behind me, so that's dropped my philo because I came last, second to last, third to last, and yesterday was again last. But yeah, it was some man, it was some hard racing. But Bino van der got dropped on the around 15 kilometers in. We had the start of epic KOM reverse going to the bypass. There I have to say goodbye to the front group. I was with one guy who we rode on, so was glad I was with him. Another guy who was dropped. We bridged to him in. He dropped, bridged to us. We waited for him, but I was hanging for dear life, and it finished on Volcano KOM. So I said goodbye to their bigger loop. Oh, again, 15 kilometers with the main group, and then Epic KOM forward started. So it was everyone for himself. What's of the limit? I stayed with the main pack, stayed together for most of the race until 30-ish kilometers. When we entered Titans there, I said goodbye to the group, and then it's a party. Luckily, we stayed together for most of the race. I survived Hillycom and Titans forward, which are short climbs, and then at the start, I survived for about a kilometer into Mayan, and then I waved goodbye. I went backwards, as Chris would say it. So yeah. So yeah, next sets, Knights of the Roundabout. Yeah, probably Petit KOM in there. Maybe Ron and Pretzel is 2 times. I think it's probably. I think I've done it before. Fox and Box Hill, Innsbruck KOM after party, a bunch of Innsbruck Ring, followed by Innsbruck KOM, Bologna TTT, as we all know, and then Pump Road Mange. Yeah. And hopefully in between, I want to do Rafa 500, but still need to see if I want to ride before that, because it wears you out for the racing. But
Stef, I gotta say, looking at that, like you're really close to 300 kilometers just with race time.
Yeah,
add some warm ups and cool downs, and you've got a couple
like
extra
I said,
days.
I did 400, 300 kilometers in the last 4 days from Saturday to yesterday, so should be doable. I'm off work this week. I work the 29th and the 30th. Luckily, they don't. And then, hopefully you can squeeze in between some outdoor or other race rides before or after. Probably not, because it's 7:15 p.m. my time. So I was finishing on average after 9 p.m. my time. So around 9 p.m. my time. So.
No, that's
that's
an interesting tour. It's definitely that's a lot.
Yeah, but the virtual slow guys, they are known for. They also do like a virtual slow. Yeah, they have the 4 endurances there. I think 4 endurance tour, which are also longer tours on Sundays, longer rides, longer races. So yeah. But it's good fun.
Look at that.
I think in the Silver League, on average we had between 9 and 12 riders in our band, and I finished like 5th out of the 5 that I'm currently 5th overall out of the 5 guys that did all 4 races. So yeah. Seen the classifications. It's like the top guy in Diamond has a general time of 4:45, and I think the bronze and copper guys, the slowest is at 6 hours 40, around 6 hours 50 minutes. So yeah, some longer rides. Kudos also for those bronze copper guys, because.
Yeah. Okay. So, Nate, I think you said you're going away, but you're gonna try and do a half Rafa maybe or something, but maybe not.
That was the plan if I actually got organized this morning and got on my bike. I mean, I'm back in Scotland for the holidays. Actually back until the 6th because school doesn't go back until the 7th, so I'm taking all the time I can get.
Sweet.
Um, but yeah, no Zwift set up in Scotland, so it'll
Yeah.
be 10 days without a bike. But I'll get on a little bit this week. I'll try and maybe get some sort of racing in. Especially this is actually the latest I've been on the bike for 3 years because of curling season. So usually once curling season happens, I stop and um, like
Yeah.
do the odd ride now and again. But I was doing pretty well with the hard winter racing, and then I had two spills in a row, so I missed
Yeah.
2 weeks. So I'm kind of behind now on hard winter, but I was enjoying it. It was again. I look back and I think that's actually I haven't done like hard winter since 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
um, I forgot how much fun it is, and you just find your roots and find your
Yeah.
group and go for it. But no, I mean I'll try and get a little bit Rafa done just to say I've done it. Again, I think Raf was a lot of fun. I remember doing it a couple of years ago, but I think I did it 2 years in a row. But it's doing a group ride or race or what do we call it? Race partner is the way to go.
Yeah.
Don't use Rafa 500 to try and badge hunt because free riding just usually is a lot slower. You choose some hilly routes and go, oh, this will be great to do, and then realize you've wasted so much time on the bike instead of just getting those
Yeah.
miles. So big tip
Yeah.
of it. I mean, again, it is what it is. I mean, but I
Yeah.
think
So
especially if you're like a lower C or D rider,
yeah.
just pick the flat courses, maybe a little
Yeah.
bumps, but it's all about distance. It's not about time on the bike. It's distance, and you'll find that finding that race partner or even doing some group rides. I mean, it's great to see there's like the Rafa group rides that they're doing and all different race partners are leading, and that's a great way just to chalk off the miles.
Yeah. So this morning I did one of the pace partner Rafa rides. And then when I finished that, I joined. So I did that I get B, which is with Coco.
Yep.
And then I teleported to the normal Coco after the race event finished. Did a total, I think, of 92. So 50 in the race and 42 out. I'll say it might be worth doing a little bit of badge hunting or some climb your routes or something because you're going to get bored.
Oh, I get it.
Just yeah, if that helps you spend longer on the bike than you would because of boredom, it might be worthwhile. I mean, really, if you go up, you're coming down. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit less distance, but you know, it's more interesting to do something a little different sometimes too.
No, I mean
Yeah,
I like the punchy routes, but I mean I think definitely the ones with the longer climbs in them can really kind of one zap your energy and two just to be a bit of a drain in terms of okay I've been on the bike for this long but I've only got so many kilometers towards my Rafa. So
Yeah.
I
I
mean
did. What should I do? Yeah, yesterday I did the climb portal for La Super Planche des Belles Filles. So
nice.
that was fun.
I think
It was an hour five, 20 kilometers, and that was just up and down. So
like I think that nights of the roundabouts would be a great little route, but
yeah.
find a pace partner or find a group ride that's doing it because it's going to help it just go that little bit quicker.
Yep. No,
And I
absolutely.
and I think that's actually going to be a great hard summer racing course for like a Queen stage. It's
Yeah, it might.
although
Yeah.
and you can have the added challenge of who's crazy enough to complete that and then go up Van Top afterwards and say they've rode the whole of France.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That would
Um,
be because we did that. Remember years ago that we attempted it. We did the what was the biggest one
Petit
at that point?
Boucle.
That or the other one, or Trebuchet, whatever it is. What's the tree? The
Tire-Bouchon,
Ravin?
no, so Tire-Bouchon isn't all the roads. Petit Boucle
Is
is
it?
all the roads both directions, I think.
Well, I think
And
it was
then
that, think it was that, and then we said, right, let's go up Van Top, and we maybe did half an hour on it and quit.
Yeah.
I think Ben actually did
I
did
think
it
Ben
all.
did it because, yeah, he was pretty nuts at the time.
Yeah, I think it was like over. I think it was like 100 kilometer ride he did
Yeah.
because he wanted to get like his 100 kilometers for that day,
Well,
and
then I think he considered going back up Ventop again. And we all said, dude, don't do that.
but yeah, I remember
You're
that,
gonna
and I was
hurt
like,
yourself.
I remember that, and I was like, it's like have fun.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah. The biggest ride on Zwift was last year with the Sunday endurance ride. They decided to do France Classique Fondo. So that's like 140, 150 kilometers.
yeah.
Unfortunately, no badge. And I think I continued, and I think I did around 160, 170 that day. Luckily, it was because it was endurance rides. We were with a group, although it was dwindling. I think we finished with we started probably with over 100, and we finished like with a 10 or 10 people or something like that. Yeah. And, yeah. I have to see if I can probably do maybe combine the the Friday to Sunday races with some extra kilometers. Like you can get like you said, Craig, a 30 or 40 kilometers extra per day should get me there with the 500. But yeah,
Well, I mean, even just a solid zone two ride
yeah,
tomorrow and
yeah,
the solid zone two ride on New Year's Eve, plus your warm ups
Yeah,
and cool downs, especially for because it's only the race itself is only 8 kilometers. So
yeah,
on the 29th for you. So, yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But I'm working that day, so
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's rougher.
working the 29th and 30th. So yeah, and tomorrow I have to see because we have our Christmas dinner with the family at around noon. So maybe I can get something in the morning, something
yeah.
not long.
That's key.
And
Getting it.
I think Rafa ends on the 31st, so you don't have, I don't know if you have don't think you have New Year's Day,
I don't
but
think so.
No,
I have
I
the
think it's.
31st off as well, so I can do, if it's good weather, I can do a big ride then as well. So
I think you're right though. I mean, like planning it out or seeing what days you got, seeing where you're not, and just penciling in is key because all of a sudden you can get to like 2 days to go and you're like, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
And that's the worst because you're like in the head, you're thinking you can get it done, but if you don't have a map out of going, okay, this is my target for today, and you don't get close to it, all of a sudden those days go down, and all of a sudden that ticker is still sitting pretty high, and you're going like, is this even achievable anymore?
Yeah.
yeah, that was for me last year because I think I had the whole period off and during the holidays, and yeah, it was still pretty nice weather outside, so I decided I'm gonna do some big mile rides on the road outside. But then I think the first day of it, my I think had something break on my bike, and the other bike shop wasn't open, so there goes that plan. So I think, oh, I'm not gonna make it, and then I did an effort. I did like a couple of did that like 170K ride on the train, and I think another two-ish or 300K rides. I think I got it on the last day or something like that. So yeah, it was a bit of a getting because 100, yeah, you can do it in, if you have the nice space partner 100K, you can do it in 3 hours. But yeah, still I think that classic funnel took me like probably 6 hours or so for the 170 kilometers. So that's a long time on a bike indoors. I can do it
Yeah.
on the outdoor. I can do it,
Yeah,
but well, even that's long, but it's more manageable than indoors.
Okay, so we've been joined a little after the start here by Geoff Stoll. Geoff, welcome.
Guys, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hear you great. So Geoff, we're just talking about what we're doing for big events here for the holidays. Um, so I guess I was about to go. So I'm definitely doing Rafa. I mean, I'm trying to do the Festive 500 mainly as a base build. So, because in its original intent. So yeah, lots of zone two and see if I can get 500 kilometers in 8 days. But yeah, that's leading in. I'm gonna do the Tour de Spartacus, the 3 day tour. So that's the weekend of what's the weekend? Yeah, second, third, fourth of January. So
Nice.
yeah, that's my plan. You doing anything, Geoff?
Wow. I actually was surprised you even let me on as little as I've been riding these days. Uh, work is kicking my butt, but
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm trying to get back into with some zone two. I've been missing all the races. I don't have a firm plan, but my plan is to get on the bike for zone two as much as I can for the next week before we roll into the new year. I was actually about to get on right now when you sent that invite, and I want to talk a little bit about Geoff. I don't know if you saw his post on the herd. He's got one of those rare diseases, and
Yo,
it's
Jeff
been
Heisler. Yeah.
yes. So I was going to jump on and join him for as long as I could hold it. He's was about 150K in right now to his 500. So
Yeah.
that's just a beast. So that was some
Yeah.
inspiration too. And like I said, if I find some zone two with folks, that'd be a huge help right now.
Yeah. Good stuff. No, that's good. And so I guess the reason that brings us, I think, to around the horn. So I think the question I wanted to ask for around the horn, and I didn't warn Nate or Steph about it. I think Jeff has a little bit of an idea. Um, yeah, looking for if somebody was to start on Zwift or start Zwift Racing January 1st, 2026. What's your advice? So I guess I'll give you guys a second and I'll start. So number one is don't race every day. If
Yeah.
just starting to race, because it's so easy. And it is fun, but it's so easy to over race. Um, so I guess that's my number one. The other one is find find a group. I mean, for us, it's
Mhm.
find your herd. But
Yep.
find your people online that are gonna help it be more fun, and that's been what's made it stick for me.
Yep, I agree. I
Well,
think
which
um I think you're right. Is definitely don't get into that trap of racing. I mean, once you find the racing on Swift, it can be addictive. I mean, it's
Yeah.
there's so many races out there, and it's like it feels like so easy to be done. Um, I mean, I think some people again are afraid to jump into racing straight away. Some just jump into it and just that's all they do. But get your base miles in. I mean, I think your key is just can you build up your base miles? Don't forget about your zone two, which I um tend to do. I mean, I look back at my streak that I've got after being off the bike for a long time and getting back into it. Zone two is not zone two rides didn't happen as much as I wanted, and I was kind of jumping into bigger routes where I was pushing more than I wanted to, or just group rides where again I kind of got caught up in pushing on certain KOMs or anything, and just my plan kind of disappeared. But I mean, I got there. It's racing's fun, but it's right. Is don't overdo it. Take your rest days. I mean, I rest days are crucial. I mean, I've actually enjoyed the time off the bike the last couple of weeks, just doing a little bit because even in my kind of 19-week streak, I think I was pushing a little bit too hard, doing a little bit too much, mainly doing only races like two or three a week, and that was all I was doing. And my legs actually feel so much better for it now. I mean, I can feel as though I've got a little bit more pop in my legs um, now that I've kind of almost tapered. So I think don't forget to taper, meaning that sometimes you just got to cut your workload in half and just do an easy week and just let your legs and your body recover, and
Yeah.
then your body's going to naturally just jump to that next level. I
Yeah.
mean,
So I'd say I got three things to say from what you were saying there, Nate.
yep,
One, there's lots of times where, whether it's time is tight or motivation is tight, getting on for that race, if even if you haven't been riding, if getting on for that race gets you on, it's worthwhile, even though it's going to hurt and you're not going to do well. It's doing something. And yeah, I'm all for do lots of base work because that's how you get fit. But do something is better than do nothing, even if it's not optimal.
but yeah,
Um,
you're right as well. The joining group rides is fun. Again,
yeah,
people don't always do race spots because I mean, there's not that social aspect there as much. But like group
yeah,
rides, there's that extra like the interactiveness of the ride leader. I mean, the herd have a lot. The pack do really well if that's more in your time zone. Um, there's a lot of group rides out there that really are the time flies by on them.
yeah.
I think
No,
free riding sometimes feels quite lonely, and your motivation is quite there. But if you just got a set route that you're doing, and you've got other people that are pulling you along, then it helps a big style.
yeah. So, Steph, you started Zwift and racing long after Nate and I, so a little more recent. What do you got for a tip for somebody new?
Yeah, I think, like you said, don't be afraid to do racing. And in the beginning, I would say don't worry about your results. Sometimes it can be that you just started on Zwift or biking in general, so it's natural that the more you ride, the better you get at it, endurance-wise and also racecraft-wise. But also, and indeed, like I said, racecraft-wise, in the beginning, you think, I have to be always pushing the highest watts, but racing in a Zwift is quite tactical. You want to achieve the best with the least average wattage, save some energy. But yeah, if the results don't go your way, for instance, I've been racing now for 2 years, and in the virtual slow races, I was last in that category. And yeah, because also the duration of races around an hour and a half, so that's take a big charge. But sometimes people are better than you, and I think indeed riding more, if in it's a race, also what's sometimes overlooked and what I overlook, but tend to happen naturally when I ride outdoors are actual recovery rides. So not even zone ones, so not even zone two, so one ride, zone one rides,
Yep.
just spinning the wheels or spinning the legs or walking or something, like I said, doing something. Even if you don't feel that well today, do a half an hour or 45 minutes, just easy pace zone one, not push it anyone, and you still did some movement, and that's is also contributing to your endurance. But yeah, and I think yeah, yeah, find a like Greg said, find a club. Yeah, we would identify the word, but even if you end up in Galaxy, OTR, whatever, there are lots of clubs, and yeah, they come. And like I said, we also do like several team races in the end. But yeah, just try your luck at racing. See if you like it. Some people do a couple of races and don't enjoy it, or they enjoy Zwift mainly for the group rides or whatever. And some people get addicted to racing and have a good mix of both. Like I said, like Nate said, he wanted to do more winter racing. I was doing the same, but I'm doing ladder a lot. So and I'm quite don't over race it. Definitely, try to stick myself to 1 or 2 races per week, maybe 3. Not this which is Virtuous Slow is a bit of an exception, but yeah, sometimes these crazy FLRR crazy tour events happen and want to try it out. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Geoff,
All
put you on the
right.
spot. What do you got?
Hey, I'm good. Actually, you guys hit all the really good high points. I'm totally guilty when I started of racing every day because racing is exciting
Oh,
and you want to
yeah.
grab everyone. And Zwift gives you so many opportunities. You can fill your schedule. But what I found what happened was that I started, my performance started to degrade because I
Yeah.
just didn't have the rest days. And now that I'm in my late 50s, I'm finding that I've got to have a rest day to be able to come back stronger. And I know most of the Zwift riders seem to be our age or just a little bit older. And it's so critical to take a day off. I think if you pick a race that's your race each week, it gives you something to look forward to. It gives you something to compare yourself against, like especially if you do like HBR when you're just getting started, because
Yep.
you always hit TikTok once a month. You can see if you're improving. You'll find folks that are the right level for you to be racing against. And that's part of finding your group. And their groups inside Herd. I mean, obviously, a lot of Herd folks are going to hear this, but they're groups with inside Herd that we're all a part of. And an easy
Yeah.
way to find your group is to join the Thursday TTT. There are people who are going to help you. You're going to make good friends, and you're just going to build from there. And that's what makes it fun. And I think someone had said earlier, jump in. Just pick something and jump into it, whether it is a TTT or HBR, Herd Beginner Racing. You just got to get in there and start doing it. You'll meet people you want to do it with, and you'll, if you enjoy it, keep going, and you'll continue to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the TTTs are definitely a good suggestion, especially since and that all I think maybe I don't know about the very tippy top, but I think the majority of her TTT teams are no drop. So even if you're the weakest link, they will wait for you. Sometimes you have to
yeah.
ask
Is
to get dropped if
yeah, it
you're.
feels more like an ultimatum than an offer that we're not going to drop you. But
Yep.
Yeah,
no, so that depends very much on which teams and which
yeah,
subsegment of the herd.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
So the Australian early morning North American group, there's definitely a history of more aggressive teams at different levels. At the moment, the Kangaroos are pretty tame, and even the Kukas normal often don't drop. But yeah, Nate, you remember when we were running the Quokkas
Well,
and the
I was about to
Platypus?
say, I was just about to say, we got to when the time zones line up again in the spring, we got to bring back the quackers for the summer.
Yeah, we gotta talk Paul into that. Yeah,
The quackers have to return because that was a mainstay of morning time
yeah.
zone for there, and I mean, it's nothing against any other groups, but you know, that was just such a that was that when that was that wasn't a no drop, so.
It
Eh,
was very much no drop. It was very cutthroat in we're going and keep up until you can't.
and it
And
had
I
one,
mean
and it had
that's an interesting challenge for everybody too, right? It's a different thing.
it's
And
different. Yep.
everybody knew it going in, so I don't think people with a couple exceptions, I don't think people got really insulted by it. So
No, but I think there's like, I mean, I don't know all the time zones, but I know like the Quackos and the Lions, which are slightly maybe higher, but like there was a
yeah,
few teams like that that were actually pushing on the classification table in
yeah,
some weeks. I mean, that's how strong those groups were that they were racing for racing. It wasn't just the experience of the TTT, and
yeah.
definitely they were the higher performing herd teams, but some weeks they were high performing in terms of the leaderboards.
Yeah. Well, and I think some of that dropped out when ZRL came in
Yeah.
with the competitive TTTs, and then the Thursday kind of became more for fun. And people took the ZRL TTTs a bit more seriously than Thursday, but
Yeah, the TTTs are still fantastic, and they're
they are. Yeah.
I still enjoy. I mean, I was jumping on at the start of the when I was bring coming back on, with the kangaroos and or the roos. and I had a great time with them. So, but then once their time zone went to 3 o'clock in the morning for me, I was like, I can't get up that
Yeah.
early.
Yeah. The guys are pretty good about going a little bit later because I'm an hour ahead of you. So I
Yeah, but
still jump in with them occasionally. But yeah, it's in the winter,
even
it's pretty rough.
even close to 4 a.m. is pretty rough.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Any final points?
Well, I think the one thing that we talked about, which again I was quite excited about, is that I'm sure you mentioned it before, but there's the streak saver. So I mean, this time of year is a busy time of year for a lot of people. I mean, people go away, travel. And I just saw a post on one of the Zwift groups that people were talking about streak savers. So if you have accumulated 12 weeks riding, you earn a streak saver and you can have up to two. So if you've done 24 weeks solid, you will have two streak savers that kind of, there's an icon that's underneath your weekly streak thing.
Yeah.
So if you have one or two there, then what I believe is that if you do not ride for a week, it will. I
It
don't
just
think
uses it. Yeah.
it uses it. I don't think it adds a week because you haven't done any work, but it keeps your streak total at. So if I'm at 19, I go away, it'll use it and it'll keep it as 19 as though I haven't missed a week. But then,
Exactly. Yep.
but then my streak saver to earn another streak saver, it resets and I'd have to go back to zero. So I'd have to do another 12 weeks to gain my streak saver back.
That's right. Yep.
So
There's
I'm pretty excited because I'm away for 10 days and I was really kind of like going,
yeah.
can I find a friend in Scotland that has a Swift setup just to ride just to ride 2 kilometers, or can I go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
can I go to a bike shop that has a showcase, or can I somehow rig a spin bike with cadence sensors and connect to my phone? I mean, I was really just thinking, what are my, because I'm pretty pleased with my 19 weeks. I mean, I've
Mhm.
for me at this time of year to be doing 19 weeks is and I'm now like, got the buzz again.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, that's a cool little thing that Zwift has, and I didn't even realize it existed until today. So
Yeah. No, that's
Well,
good. Well,
you are
and
right. Well, I was going to say he
sorry, go
is
ahead,
right
Jeff.
on sneaking in the 2K, because there have been weeks when I've been so busy I can't get on the bike. I got on one week in jeans and a dress shirt and did the volcano loop in 12 minutes, which means I didn't sweat, but I got the weekly thing in. So that was on a Sunday night right before it flipped. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can get
I,
access to it. Just a little bit counts.
I haven't been that extreme, but I've the last couple of weeks bond spilling, I've been away Friday through Sunday afternoon curling, and then I'm jumping on my bike Sunday night, absolutely exhausted, just to do 30K, just to keep my streak alive. Man,
Yeah, yeah,
I could do 2K, but for me, I want still like a proper ride to keep that streak going. So
yeah.
I did 25 or 30K, and yeah, it's a struggle, but I put my music on, and it keeps me taking over.
Yeah. I'll tell you though, Nate, the keeping at it and getting the time in when you can, it absolutely will help you on the ice.
No, it is. I mean, I
Yeah.
think, I mean, for sure, it's definitely helped me there, and it's just, I mean, I think I'm the fittest I've been in years in my curling season. So
Good. Yeah.
having that cardio and having that going, and I mean, I think the other thing just for new Zwifters is just quickly, because I know we got to wrap up, is you're going to find a point where you're struggling on hills because your VO2 max just isn't there yet. But
Yeah.
once you hit that aha moment of, okay, I've been on the bike for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and all of a sudden you've accumulated that stamina, that kind of aerobic capacity to get yourself up the hills when you're pushing that a little bit further, it all of a sudden just changes your whole experience.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
neat
and
is when you're
that's
It's no longer waving goodbye to the pack on hills. It's like,
yeah.
okay, I'm staying with them and I can complete a route with the lead pack, which is it can take time for people, but it's a great moment when it happens.
Yeah.
I like it when the rollers are no longer rollers; they just feel flat.
Yeah.
You don't even notice them. That's a great to suddenly realize these things aren't affecting me anymore. I can just ride.
Yeah. Definitely for me, riding with the koalas way back when, the easiest team in our early morning, the Australian mashup there. I got just punched out the back on the volcano climb and like this will not do. And so that kind of got me serious on putting in a little bit more time, and that was my big kick into cycling fitness. So, and a
Yeah.
lot of it was actually with that TTT group, coming out Thursday morning, doing the race, and then just staying on Discord and doing a long cool down together. Just
And that's the
yeah,
cool thing about TTT is you get on the Discord and it's social, and you get to actually talk
yeah,
to people. You get to actually talk to people that you're riding with over just avatars on the screen. You're like, oh, I know that
yeah,
guy. I've talked to him, and
yeah. No, definitely. So anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there. So thank you to Steph Etienne. Thank you to Nate Holm. And thank you to Geoff Stoll, I think making your Pinktron debut. We'll get you in for a full
Yeah.
episode later. Uh, so have a good time this weekend. Merry Christmas to everyone. Moo and good night.